The new City Council has had a full agenda so far, and tonight's guest on Community Conversation with Charles Christian is a longtime City Council member, Marty Novak. Charles.
I don't know about long time.
Well, thanks very much. Yeah, Marty, we were going to say long time compared to a lot. I think
yeah.
there's only two left over faces there on the council.
There is.
How's that transition going for you?
The transition's going well. You know, I ran last time district level. It was my first term. Councilman Davis and I were reelected. I ran at large this time, mainly because the districts changed. We went from 5 districts to 4 and 3 at large to 4 at large. So I ran at large, was elected. It's going very well. It's going very well.
Well, yeah. What sparked you to leave the comforts of retirement and run in the first place?
Well, you know, yeah, I retired from the news press. I was here 44 years, and in March of 18, I retired, ran for council in April of 2018, and was elected, and have been busy ever since. But we love the community. This is our community. I think we can make a difference. We're trying to work hard to make a difference, and that's kind of what I'm doing in my retirement.
Great. Well, what are some of the priorities that excite you that you see the council working on together right now?
You know, it was a big transition. You know, we went from, actually we only have 2 council members that were back from the previous term. And so, you know, kind of getting to know each other was really, you know, a big thing. Stepping into this, the first thing that we step into is our budget. We did get through the budget. The fiscal year starts July 1, and so we got that done. But there's a lot of things that are in the works. Some things that have been up and coming. Some things are in process right now.
Okay, and tell me what you're most excited about.
Well,
a couple of things that I know infrastructure's been a big deal. I know the ARPA funds have been a big deal. A lot of projects on the agenda.
Right. You know, I think that you know, people will, as they drive around town, they'll see a lot of things going on with the bridges. There's a lot of construction, infrastructure work. The bonds for bridges passed during the last council. There's going to be 15 new bridges. It's a $20 million project, which is a huge thing. We went through the ARPA funds last year. We learned a lot from that, $19 million, and then there'll be another round this year. We learned from that on really what the best way to distribute. The rules changed several times until the final iteration, which came out in January, and so from that we know that we can use a lot more of that money for municipal projects. Municipal projects are great because it benefits everybody.
Sure.
And so, you know, I think that's kind of the focus as we step into this next round to see what we're going to do with the money to make sure it benefits all the citizens of St. Joseph.
Great. And now I know there's been a lot of talk about crime issues and the need for county and city police. What are some things the City Council has done in regard to networking maybe with them and the community to start addressing that issue?
Right. I think the important thing is really trying to make sure that we get our police department up to staff. You know, it's been a really tough situation. We've had people retire and so forth, and bringing it up to the full staff. Haven't been able to do that really, you know, for a while, but we're really trying. Our police chief, Chief Canale, does a wonderful job, and I think, you know, there's a lot going on. We are building. I know they've got some folks in the police academy, and I think we have 4 new officers that will be on. They'll be in the learning period. I think that's about 4 to 6 months, and then they'll be, you know, on the streets by themselves. So
Great.
That's good.
Good. Well, and I know you worked well with both mayors, the previous mayor and now the new mayor, but
Right.
Can you tell us, just give us a little inside baseball kind of stuff. What are difference in leadership styles that you've seen, and how does that affect you as a council person trying to kind of work with the mayor and the rest of the council?
Right. I appreciate both mayors for their leadership styles. The last mayor, Mayor McMurray, did a great job. Went through a tough situation going through the COVID. I mean, you know, that was 2 years really where we were really handicapped and had to make some really, really tough decisions. Bill did a great job, and he did a great job trying to move things forward in the city. Mayor Josendale has hit the road running. He's got a lot of projects that we're focusing on, trying to make some things happen. Two very different leadership styles, two very wonderful people, and I think they're both doing a great job.
Okay, great. Now, there's been a lot of talk about there are more folks with sort of a business background on this particular council, including you. You worked in marketing and advertising and stuff. Have you sensed that has made a difference in the approach to the meetings themselves and to the way that things kind of get plotted out, or not?
I think there's having business people on the council. They do understand that you can't spend it if you don't have it. I think bottom line, not that people are free with money, but I think that it's very important to have some people with business background, and we've got those folks in there, and they're really, really good folks. And I applaud every single one of them. Anybody who steps up to take a political office and try to better their community, that's a great thing. It really is.
Very good. And what would be your message now for the viewers and for those who have voted and those who are now seeing these projects going on? What are some of the things you would tell them about kind of what the priorities are in the next few months to bring some of those projects together to fruition?
Right. I think, be patient because things don't happen overnight. If you have thoughts, ideas, concerns, contact the council member. That's what we're here for. We're actually the voice of the people. That's our jobs, and we want to do a good job at that.
All right, Marty Novak, City Council, thanks very much for being our special guest.
You bet.
And you can tune in each Thursday for Community Conversations. We'll have more news after the break.